Okay, we're going to have a look at how to draw Mackie's candle holder in Fusion 360. That should give most of you a very good starting point if you've not used 360 before. You can see I've had a little bit of a play with one already that's just here. It's not perfect, but it will certainly get us started and show us the main principles of what we need to do. The first thing you need to know about Fusion is that it's cloud-based. So that means it's not saved to computer, it's all up in the cloud, so any computer that's got Fusion on, you can use to access your own files. So let's get started. I'm logged in, so I'm going to click here. So this is some of the projects that I've worked on previously. Candles is this one that's here. So let's do a new project. Let's call it Candle 2. Okay, that's done. So that will just generate a new file for us. Now we're going to do this quite quickly. And so we're going to take a few shortcuts and not do some of the proper ways of doing things, but that will be fine for us to get going. So I'm just going to close this out, don't save. And in Candle 2 we're going to start. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is find a work plane. So we're going to go Sketch, Create Sketch, and I want the floor-based one, so I want to click there. I know it's a rectangle that we're going to be drawing, so I'm going to go Rectangle, Center Rectangle, and I'm just going to randomly draw to start with, and then I'm going to enter the numbers manually. So I know that Mackie's candle holder is 120 wide by 380 long, so I'm going to put in 380 and then tab, and that'll take me up at 120 in there. Click enter. Now if you've got a mouse, you can use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out. I'm just going to click stop sketch. I want to zoom out so I can see what's going on. So we just have a flat rectangle at the minute. So the next thing is to get some height. So I click modify, press pull, select what I want to do, and I can pull it by hand, or I can enter the numbers. So that's 20, so I put 20 in there, and that's done. Lovely. So there's our top surface. So the next step is to recess a hole into that. So I need to choose surface I want to work on, sketch, I'm going to choose circle, center point circle, it spins it around like this, and I'm going to randomly draw there. Now I know that needs to be 12 mil, so I put 12 in like that, and stop sketch. Now before I do anything else, I need to get it in the right place because it's not currently in the right place, so I'm just going to go to the top and spin it around. Sorry, so I can spin it around, so I want to go and zoom out just a touch. So now I come up to sketch and I choose sketch dimension. I'm just going to go back a stage. I realise I actually clicked stop sketch. I shouldn't have done. So let's go back into the sketch. Sketch 1, reactivate sketch 1. Okay. So let's just to repeat what we've done. I'm just going to redraw that circle. So actually I should have assigned it before I clicked out of stop sketch. So again, set the top surface, sketch, circle, center point circle, line, make it 12. Okay, now what I should have done is not pressed up here. I should have come up to sketch, sketch dimensions, selected this edge, the center of the circle, and that needs to be 90 in the end if I recall that correctly. So it's constrained in that direction. Then I need to add another sketch, sketch dimension from the center and up to this line, and that needs to be 60, which it is anyway, so that's great. So now it's in the right place. Now I can press stop sketch. So now I want to draw this down as a whole. So I'm going to come to modify, choose 0 on modify, and I'm going to put in minus 10. And that's now cut down to 10. So I've now got a hole right there where I want to zoom in and see the details of there. Okay, I can scroll around a bit to see what I'm doing. Sorry, I didn't want to do that, so let's just undo that. Okay, so we now need to create the metal shaft that rises out the hole. So I'm going to click top. Now the proper way of doing this is to create separate components and join them later, but we're in a little bit of a rush, so we're just going to do this quickly. So I now click in there, I click sketch, circle, center point, drag out to 12, great, stop sketch, modify, click on the area I want to pull up, and I want to pull up by 10 and another 10, so up by 20. So I do that, and then if I now look at it, see if we've got the beginning of the shaft. Now what Mackie's done is she's got a long shaft and she's cut 2 grooves in it. So I'm going to, again, a little bit cheating to just get this done quite quickly. So on the top surface, I'm going to click sketch, create sketch. Sorry, actually we didn't want to do that. Stop that. And click on the top. I'm going to click sketch, circle, center diameter circle. Click and place it on the circle in the center and drag out. Now I'm going to come out to 10. Stop sketch. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Zoom in a bit. Modify. Where do I want to modify? Here. Now this time I want to pull up just by 5. Fantastic. And repeat that again. So click on the top. Sketch, circle, center, come into the center, pull out to 12, stop sketch. Now it's getting a little bit more complicated to modify this time, because I need to select both areas so the computer knows that I wish to modify both, so holding the shift down a little bit tricky. Now if you modify press pull, so let's just cancel this. So modify, press pull, and the shift I should just be able to get. Yes, that's it. There, so now I've got both. Brilliant. So I'm going to come up by 40. That's done, so zoom out so we can see, and then Mackie's got the second groove at the top of that part, so again click here, click sketch, you're getting the idea by now I have to imagine. So if you know what I'm going to do, you can zoom on ahead a little bit. But again, if you're still with me, we'll bring that out to 10. Lovely, stop sketch, 3D view, modify, selection, so it's up there. Up by 5, lovely. One more of these to do, so get that one. Sketch, circle, 2 points, sorry, from center, I should say. Out to 12, enter, stop sketch, modify, press pull. By, so we need to go up by 10 to the bottom, to that by 13. Let's get into the material, enter, beautiful. So now we need to have the 3 bamboo layers on the top. So again, get the top, sketch, rectangle, center rectangle, get it in the center, pull it out. So I believe Mackie has that as 190. Okay, now with this one, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Stop sketch. Instead of pulling up above, I'm going to add the material below, because in the lowest level of Mackie's bamboo, she has a hole in the lowest layer. So we're going to do modify, and we're going to do press pull. Select the one we're going to be working on, but this time I'm going to click -3, not 30, 3. And that, you see, has got it, so it's actually the metal part is contained within that. That part goes up into that. So now I'm going to add on to the top. We're going to do sketch, create sketch, sorry, center rectangle, and add one exactly the same size as before. So we need it, should we recall that's 90 and 100. So that should set over exactly. Stop sketch, get the top layer, sorry, modify, then get the top layer. Up by 3. So we should now have the 2 layers there. Finally, we're going to repeat that one more time. Sketch, rectangle, center rectangle, and remembering that again this is 90 by 100. Stop sketch, top surface, modify, press pull, 3. Okay. Top surface, sketch, circle, center, pulling it out to 75, I believe. Okay. Stop sketch, modify, press pull, -3. And there we have the starting point of Mackie's candle holder. That can then be modified by putting the other 3 elements in. We can then go on and do some fancy stuff by adding the materials that it's made from. Which is here, under the physical appearance. You can change materials or manage materials. You can add materials in there to make it more realistic. Anyway, that's all for now.